Hello there, everyone, and a very happy Thursday. Can you believe that we are actually nearing the end of this month? I cannot. It means that when we get to June, we are officially halfway through the year. Pretty scary. This year is going too quickly for my liking. So we did release a new release on Monday. We haven't done a live on it since then. So I will be looking at the new embossing folders that we added on Monday to the store. Hello there, everyone that has popped in. I do hope that you're having a great week and that you're having a great year too. You know, I'm just thinking this year's going too quickly. The lovely Angel is behind the alt new badge today, so she will be popping in all of the links and giving me a nudge if I need one. Yeah, she's good at that one. Also, if you do share this live stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Alta New store. So I really do hope that everyone is having a good time. I'm going to move you guys down now so we can take a look at the new release products, and then we're going to create 2 cards. I do have some ideas, but I'm feeling that I'm going to go off like I normally do. So I am going to move you down. Hopefully we stay on the right track. If not, we'll always end up somewhere pretty and somewhere creative. So I'm not going to worry too much. So we are down to the screen. Hello there, everyone that has popped in. Hello, Joan, Strawberry, and Cece. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone, as well. So first up, we have a embossing folder which has the simple coloring stencil to match. As you can see, this is the kind of look that you are going to get from that one. So this is really easy to do. All you're going to need to do is kind of ink that through with the simple coloring stencil once you have embossed it. I find that's the easiest way to do. We're not going to look too closely at this one because I know the stencil has in fact sold out. If you do want to get your hands on this though, I would recommend that you go to the website and sign up for the notification when it does come back in the store. Hello there, everyone that has popped in. I do hope that you are well. So that is the beautiful vintage lace. Again, if you did want that one, please check that out. Now, if you caught us over on our live on Instagram yesterday, you would have seen me create this card panel. And this is using the very pretty cherry blossoms. This is a 3D embossing folder. It is 6x6. It has this beautiful cherry plum blossom kind of falling or weaving its way over the side of the panel. If I turn this over, you can see how this would go into your cardstock. And you can see that for this one here, what I did is I inked the background using some of the pigment inks from Alta New, so the blue pigment inks. I then used some watercolor to actually add the details to the embossed flowers there. So if you do love cherry blossom, this may be one for you. So that is the cherry plum blossom on that one there. Okay, so we also have the very pretty mariposa. Now, mariposa actually means butterfly in Spanish, so that's why it's called mariposa. We have this really beautiful large butterfly on a 6x6 3D embossing folder. It's going to add lots of different layers and things to this one. I'm just going to flip that over and you can see just how pretty that is going to look embossed into the cardstock. If you do want more information and more inspiration using the things that I'm showing you today, I would recommend that you go and check out the blog hop that started over on our card blog on Monday. That is the mariposa. Next up, we have hosta, and I love this one. Reason being, I did actually get a hosta for my garden, my back garden this week. So I'm feeling a little bit of a love for the hosta. So we may play around with this one today. As you can see, it's a 6x6 3D embossing folder, and it does go all the way over the background. You can see here, so it's kind of a continuous overlapping and overflowing leaves that you can see there. Oh, Starburst is very pretty too, Strawberry. I'm glad you do like that one. So that is the hosta. This is the Starburst, so another of Strawberry's favorites. This one is really cool. So we have a kind of a collection of starburst emblems on a full background here. A great geometric one. I think this would work for all different occasions. And if you do it in white, it's going to be quite subtle to add behind any kind of focal image that you do have. It's not really going to take over. It's just going to kind of add an added interest to the background of whatever you're working with. So that is the starburst there. Last but by no means least, we have the motif tile. Now this is amazingly spectacular. So it has tons of detail in this one. I am going to use this one today. And again, a 6x6 3D embossing folder, and the pattern goes all the way to the edges on that one. So it's really, really cool. And I'm going to use this one first. So what I'm going to do is I am in fact just going to go and grab my die cutting machine so I'm not always running over to the other side of my craft room. So all you're going to see now is a little bit on the side. So I don't have to move now. I've moved once and that's it. I don't need to do it again. So what I am going to do is I am going to emboss a panel first using the motif tile. So I'm just going to pop that into place. And then I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine. Now, if you are using the Big Shot, what I do is I take out the white plastic spacer and then it should go through. But if that's not working for you, please don't force it. Definitely try out some other sandwich options, but that is the sandwich option that I'm using today. So I'm using the 2 clear plates and the bottom plate, and that's all with this 3D embossing folder. I'm going to run that through backwards as well because it's going to hit all of the lights that I have connected to my desk that side. So it's going to have to be an in and an out for this. So you can see how beautifully detailed that is. It is absolutely stunning. It reminds me of those like ceiling roses that you get in like Victorian houses. That's the kind of effect that I get with this one. Okay. Then what I have is I have a number of heart die cuts. I have used the halftone hearts nesting die set. It does look like porcelain. Halftone hearts nesting die set. And all I've done is I've cut the largest of the hearts. I think I've just missed out the 2 smallest ones. Other than that, I've cut them all out of white cardstock. And I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending on each of these. I do want a rainbow effect. And I'm getting a little bit of glare. So I'm going to just turn one of the lights off. And hopefully that is it. Oh, yes, strawberry. Definitely. If you did this using some like mirror cardstock, it would look metallic. Or you could even use a piece of tin foil and double-sided adhered onto a piece of cardstock, and that would work as well. Okay, what was I doing? Okay, my blending tools. That's what I was doing. I got distracted. We all know what happens. So I'm going to start with my largest one, and I am going to do a rainbow effect with these. Hello, Sue, and everyone else that has popped in. I do hope that you're having a great week so far. That's going to cause me a little bit of trouble maybe, but we're going to be okay. Okay, I am grabbing a piece of white copy paper just to go underneath me so I don't make too much of a mess. I'm a little bit of a lazy crafter. I would rather chuck a piece of paper away than, you know, give my desk a scrub. So all I want to do is add this color to the outside edge of my little heart here. I'm just using one of the mini blending tools. You can use whichever ones that you do find works best for you. And I'm using the hydrangea ink for this layer here. Strawberry, do you do the 3 idea rule? Yeah. Yeah, when I look at things and I think, oh, I would use it for this, and I'm thinking, if I struggle then to kind of think of other ideas, then it's, you know, you got to think of how you would use it. So hopefully you have more ideas after we finish today. So I've added the purple to that one. I'm then going to go up. And I have Eastern Sky. Okay. Another one of my minis for this. Just gently, kind of like in a circular motion. I find that's the best way. I don't want to add too much. I find that these really do add like the perfect amount of ink down, that I don't tend to get too many splodgy marks on them. It's kind of a even blend when I work with these little ones. They're so cute as well. And very ergonomic, like a little pencil. Hey, Sue. Hope you're good. It feels like it's been a while since I've done this, but I'm sure I had a live last week. Okay. So I have that one. I did add a little bit. Look how cool that looks. All right. Hopefully you're getting what I'm doing. And then I'm going to go for green. One of my favorite greens, and I know it's Jen's favorite too, is the parrot. TP casting. Can you remind me what that is, Strawberry? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I know. I should know what this is. TP. I don't know. Toilet paper? I don't know. Okay. So I'm just using that around the edges. If you wanted to color the whole heart, that's completely up to you. But as you can see, most of this is going to be covered. So that is why I am. Oh, it was toilet paper. That's the only thing I could think of. It was like TP. Toilet paper. Oh, okay, cool. So you're going to add it into this to create like a paper mache thing, maybe? That would be cool. So once I've done that, I can then move on to my yellow. I have Warm Sunshine here. Even the name makes me feel happy. Warm Sunshine. Okay. And then I have an orange and a red to go. It may work very well, Strawberry. I don't know. I haven't tried that technique before. But hey, give it a go. Could be cool. So we're going to go with the orange cream. I think the ones that I've chose are like my quintessential rainbow colors. So if you want me to go over these colors again, I will be. Don't worry. We'll do another rainbow card today, and I can also mention them again if you want to know my quintessential rainbow colors. Okay, so that's my orange cream. And then we just have the red to go now, which is going to be my ruby red. When I add in another color to this, I would add in Volcano Lake. And then if I was going to add a pink to kind of come down here, I would use the, what's the color called? Pinkalicious. That would be my pink color. Hello, Christine. I have a little bit of dirt on there. Oops. The dirt has made me make some splotches on my little heart. That's okay. I'll just add more ink than I was going to. Okay, so I have all of my little heart layers layered up, and that I think would make a very cute card anyway. I don't know if you want to add foam tape between each of the layers. It would probably be pretty tall if we did. Oh, yeah. Strawberry? Yeah, maybe you can play around with it and see what else you can do with it. That would be cool. So it would be really pretty to have these hearts on here. You could maybe move them over to the side to get different looks. You don't necessarily need them kind of one on top of the other perfectly. You could really play around, move with how you want those hearts to look. Maybe you want them to look like they're moving around in a circular motion. So you could play around with them that way. But I'm just going to keep mine stacked up. But again, just have a play around. It will give you different looks as well. So, okay. What I'm going to do is add this back in to place. And it will kind of be happy. It won't move when it's in the right place. I'm going to take a bit of tape on the back of my heart. So this is the sticky place here. I can then find where I want this to be on my panel. And once I'm happy, I'm going to shut this. And then that will actually stick onto that. So I can remove this and then run this through. So I'm just going to quickly run that through. As you can tell, we're going to do this a couple of times. So hopefully it doesn't get too boring. Okay, so run through. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. So I'm just going to remove that tape now. You will need to be careful with it because it has been kind of squished into that cardstock. So when I bring that over now, you can see that those images are going to perfectly line up, which is very, very cool. We will kind of exaggerate that design in a minute, but what I'm going to do, pop that back into place. You could add the panel in again, but I kind of want to line up on this heart rather than the panel we did. Add the tape behind that, keep that heart in place. Once I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to close. Okay, remove, and then we can run that through. Please let me know if you do have any good news or anything that you want to share. If it's your birthday, maybe it's your anniversary, please let me know. I'm nosy and I like to share with other people's good news too. Also, if you did buy anything from the release, that would be good. I know Strawberry has a couple of favorites, but I'd like to know other people's as well. Okay. Because I mean, this is kind of a little bit of a monotonous one now, but hey, I mean, we could definitely stop with 3. See how far we go. Okay, so once we've done that, give it a wiggle and you can see it's stuck there, stuck fast. Okay. Find your where you want that to be. This tape, I think I will change it for another one next time around. Oops, things moved. Things got staticky. Okay, maybe I need to be a bit quicker. Oh, all right, okay. Switch it down. And then we have, oops, that other heart. A vet! Yay! You've decided on the projects for your ACP Level 3 workshop. That is so, so good. I know that people are going to love it. Okay. Please let me know your favorites from the release as well. I can tell I'm going off center now without everything's moving over, but I'm going to stick with it. I should have paid a little bit more attention when I was lining things up. Oh, I'm going to grab some more tape this time. Ooh, strawberry. That sounds like a good technique to try out with embossing folders. Yes, a wet paper towel. That would be cool. And maybe add some like gilding paste over the top. I think that would be very, very pretty. It would look like your very own moldings, maybe. Oh, that, yes. I love embossing die cuts too. It adds a totally different effect to them. Maybe doing it on vases or vases, whichever pronunciation you use. That would be very cool, especially if you had like some really beautiful flowers and you just wanted something really, I don't know, elegant and subtle for the vase design. You could definitely run a vase die cut through an embossing folder and that would be very pretty. Oops. I was a bit heavy-handed then. Maybe I should have took some of the stick off. We're going to be okay. Everything's fine. Find it. Find where it wants to live. Maybe if I'm really quick, I can just do both of them at the same time. So I don't have to stick the tape on. Let's try. Let's try. Okay. We're sticking it in that without tape. Oh, a vet! Really? So she did a project like this and hung them on strings over a cable at her wedding. That sounds so, so cute. Did you color them or did you leave them white? Let us know. Okay. That definitely works. It does leave a little bit of an indent on the one below. But if you're going to place the same thing over the top, I can't see that being a problem. So we just got one more to go now. Sorry, everyone. This is a very involved project for a live. Maybe I should have done something a little bit easier. Okay. I'm not really happy with the placement on that one, but I'm going to go with it so we're not sat there looking at me just fiddle with a little heart. Hi, Connie. Colored cardstock. Cool of it. Oh, Sue, yes, that was the last stamp release, the Meadow Reflections. I'm so glad that you're having fun with that. I think we did lots of different techniques using that one, so hopefully that inspired you to get playing with it. It is a cool one. I really do like it. So I've done that. I can then kind of add a little bit more color to the higher edges. Okay. And that's really going to deepen the look of that embossing that we have. All right, so there's the red one, which was the ruby red. I leave these down the side, you know, quintessential rainbow colors down the side. So we have a very pretty red. Then we have the orange cream. I do love 3D embossing folders and ink blending and rainbows. So, you know, embossing folders, embossing folders, ink blending and rainbows. I'm in my element today. So warm sunshine. And as you can see, I do have kind of a lot of these little mini ink blending tools, but I don't just use them for this one ink. I'll use them for like all of the yellow colors that I have and all of the orange colors that I have, all of my reds and so on. I don't have as many as you might think that I do have. I kind of just reuse them for ones all the same color, and I do not wash them. You know me, I'm a little bit of a lazy crafter, and cleaning things, that, yeah, that, no, that's not happening anytime soon. Okay, so we have parrot. And you could definitely do this and then do what Yvette did at her wedding and then kind of add string to them. That would be very pretty too. So there's our parrot. And we have two more. So the eastern sky, I'm going to move those up a little bit. Hopefully you can see them still. Oh, yes, it kind of does look more rounded. But I was just doing that to save a little bit of time because I was going to cover over it anyway. So, but you don't necessarily have to. You could definitely just use them as they are as well. So this is the eastern sky again. Sorry, went all croaky. Okay, and then last but not least, we have the wisteria, or hydrangea, sorry, hydrangea. Okay. If you didn't want to add the extra ink, you could have added it, you know, you could have just left it how it was, nice and subtle, but I do like the added pop that this gives to the embossing that we have done. Okay, so you can either line these up and add a foam tape behind them, or you can add double-sided tape. I am going to add some foam. I was going to tear it, but I'm just going to add little pieces. I'm not going to cover the whole piece. I do want it to kind of lift up a little bit. This will make it quite bulky. So if you don't want too much bulk, maybe just go for a number of different colors rather than a whole rainbow effect. You can definitely fold these as well if you wanted to. Give them more oomph. I'm trying, I'm giving them more oomph when I'm saying, oh, this is going to be high anyway. Oh. But, okay, so what I'm going to do is just line that down the center. Okay. Oh, Connie, please. I'm so glad that it's inspiring you. Oh, yes, Sue, that would work as well. Just do every other heart with foam. But I mean, yeah. If you're given the card, it doesn't matter how bulky it is, does it? This would probably be one that I would give to my bestie, maybe. And I see her all of the time. Okay. And she knows I love a good rainbow, so. Okay. Oh, it reminds me of something very 80s, you know, TV programs that we had there. A little girl who loved rainbows. Okay. But there we go. So I would line that up with the background there. Okay, so line that one up. And there we go. Definitely need like a really bold sentiment on there. Not too much, I don't think. But yeah, I think that looks really cute. And look how much dimension that we've got on there. You can definitely kind of pull these hearts up if you want to. So now we've created one that has mega dimension with these hearts. I wanted to show you something that you can make very, very flat with these hearts, but also with the embossing balls. It's not going to be very flat, but you know. Christine, yes, it reminds me of something that's like a bright rainbow, you know, a little girl. Hopefully you get the reference. But yeah, I loved it when I was little. All right, so I have the halftone heart nesting die set again. We are going to be working with hearts again. And what I have done is, okay, is if I can grab it out, I put it in here for safekeeping, and yeah, okay, it's in this bag. And what I did was I actually created a stencil using the hearts. So the halftone hearts, what I've done is I've taken a piece of acetate and I've just cut out all of the hearts from that. So you can see that we've got all of these really cool heart stencils. So retro, yes, I do love some retro. Okay, so let's go again with the heart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that into position. I am going to use a bit of tape to keep that down. Yeah, so if you do have like lots of dies that kind of solid images, go for it. Get them out, a little bit of die cutting, and you're going to be able to create your own stencils, and it's going to stretch your supplies. You can do it out of cardstock if you want to. I don't find that it lasts as long, so I would definitely kind of recommend. I'm not going to start with red. I always start with red. I'm going to start with yellow, the biggest one with yellow. Okay. So I'm just going with my warm sunshine again. Oops. So that's my yellow used. Maybe, Christine. Okay, so I have my yellow. I'm just going to kind of move my heart stencil. I'm not really paying, maybe I go with this one. No, I'm going to go with the smaller one, but we've got lots of different sizes on here. So I kind of want my hearts to kind of tumble down, being different levels of bigness, largeness, smallness. So I will go with that one. Okay, oops, bit of tearing, so place that one down. Have some tape on here already. Okay, so we're gonna go with parrot. Oh, a vet, yes, that would be fabulous. This would work so well with the So 80s as well. Yes, we did have that whole release that was like very vintage retro with the TVs and things like that. This would definitely work with that release. I'm going to do blue. Eastern sky. And I love that when you are ink blending with a stencil like this over other colors, you are going to get different colors going through the design when you do go over them. Because, you know, this ink is a little bit transparent, has that transparent kind of makeup to it. So it's going to kind of look like balloons. You could definitely add some strings on here if you wanted to. Okay. I'm not doing my greatest blending today. Hopefully you guys will be able to spend a little bit more time on yours. Just going to add a red one down here. Oh, strawberry. No, I don't think it's very retro, the next release. I mean, there are some fabulous products in that, but I wouldn't say they were retro. Oh, thank you, Connie. Thank you for sharing. And I am going to add an orange one up here and then maybe a red one just to finish off. Yes, neon crayons. Loved them. Neon inks. Oh, I remember I had some fluorescent inks. They were fabulous. I think, you know, you could only use them sparingly, but when you use them, you know, you went to town with them. Oh, beautiful pinks. And, yes, neon. Love it. Gold leaf would be cool too. A little bit of ink splattering would work as well. I kind of just want this to look like things are going to repeat over again. So I am going to add the one that I added at the bottom at the top again. But yeah. If you do have like a lot of large dies, definitely cut them out and create your own stencil. So to finish this one off, Heart Bubble feels so cute, right? I am going to use one of my favorites from this release. I did want to add a little bit of, you know, texture to it. Hopefully we'll see how this goes. So I'm using the Hosta. I'm going to pop that into place. I mean, we had a lot of dimension on the other one. This one's more subtle, you know. Hey there, June. Okay. Right. So, ta-da! I think that looks very retro, very cool. I also like the jungle effect in the background. If you didn't want to add the texture and you just wanted to leave the cascading hearts, that's cool as well. That's totally fine. And also if you just want to kind of emboss half of it, you could have done that as well just by adding half of the card into the actual embossing folder. That would have been cool as well. So let's take a look at the two projects that we did make today. I haven't actually added any sentiments to them, because I'll add sentiments to them when I send them out so I can find a more fitting sentiment for the recipient. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. It has been a pleasure spending the evening with you, or the afternoon, or the morning, wherever you are in the world. It was lovely to spend that time with you. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much to the lovely Angel for popping in all the links. Hopefully it wasn't too quick for you today. And thank you again for everyone for sharing. Hopefully you have a great rest of your week and your weekend. I don't know what's happening with my voice today. I just can't speak. So I hope that you have a great weekend, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.